Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we are going to be getting, let's just say, fueled up. So I hope you guys are ready. So getting started today, man, we have some work to do. I want to get myself some fuel for Galacticraft. That is going to be what we're going to work on producing today, as we're moving really close to Galacticraft, and I think that's going to be what unlocks our next age, thus unlocking even more cool things that we can do to build with and also to build off of. So to do this, well, I need a distillation tower. I need another one. I've also decided to make a mess of pipes and route all of this fuel, which is diesel, by the way, and route it all the way over here, all the way through here. By the way, you can put scaffolding. You can actually place it on the blocks if you want, or in the blocks. I guess that's how you would say it. And then I have that routed all the way up here into another iron tank. And then what I want to do is I want to route this up and into here. So this is a distillation tower that I just put together. So let's go ahead and form this thing if I can. Did I mess up? I bet I messed up somewhere. For it not to be forming right away, I'm sure I've messed up. Let me check this real quick. Oh my goodness, I was literally missing one piece of scaffolding. There we go. Okay, so there's our distillation tower. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm still going to route this power up here, and I'm going to. It's not going to work as like efficiently as it possibly could because we don't have that much power yet, but it can get the job done for right now. And then once we have enough fuel, I'm probably going to convert everything over to a diesel generator, like I said. And what I want to do is probably not even utilize this diesel that we're generating from the oil. I might want to just utilize diesel that we can generate from a biodiesel, from biofuel. So that's going to require like some garden cloches and things like that for some like watermelon, and I believe any type of seeds is pretty good. So like a seed for fermenting, and then watermelon, or actually watermelon gets fermented. You know, just we get some seed oil and mix seed oil with some fermented fruit, and of course we get ourselves some biodiesel. But we are also going to need a refinery. A refinery is going to be what we use for our fuel. So over here, I have a few different things set up. I have the fuel loader, which is going to be what we use to actually load fuel into our rocket. And then we have the fuel, which is going to require liquid oxygen and kerosene. We're going to be getting kerosene from our distillation tower from the diesel. We're going to be getting 3 different materials from this. One is gasoline, which we could use for a little bit of power, kerosene, and lubricant. All of which are actually used. Lubricant is definitely used for Pneumaticraft, and a couple of other things. It definitely makes machines work more efficiently and use less power, which is kind of nice. And then, like I said, we're going to need to also get, to make this fuel, we're also going to need liquid oxygen. To get oxygen, though, we are going to need an oxygen collector, and we're going to need to power this thing. So we have a little bit of a crafting loop, as you can see, that we're going to need to go through to get this thing made. This is just a bit of crafting. And then we give it power, and it's going to generate oxygen, liquid oxygen for us. So that shouldn't be too bad. Now, it may be a little confusing figuring out where you get oxygen. As you can see, this says Galacticraft oxygen gas. That's what we're going to be making. But this says it's for a mechanism. We're not going to be making liquid oxygen. We're going to be making oxygen gas, which comes from Galacticraft core, which is this block right here. And it does tell you a little bit over here whenever you're looking at fuel. It does tell you about oxygen and stuff like that as you're looking through the information cards. So getting this done is going to take a little bit of time. All these materials we pretty much have, except for some of these. So it's just going to require me putting things through our compressor, and that's about it. However, I do need to get power routed to this. Fluid is going to come from here. Now I wonder, can we pipe fluid out of here from the top, or is this only an input? So I was wondering that, like, does it matter? Like, if we put like a lever, even on the bottom here, can we pull items from the top? I'm assuming that's probably no. But like, I know powering that can do that. Okay, so that's probably going to be a no. So what we're going to need to do is just route our pipe around the outside and just have it come up through the side. That is going to be the best solution, I think, for this problem for right now. Yeah, this'll do. I'm just going to need more pipes. So I went ahead and started routing my fluids around, but we end up with an issue if I let this happen and continue happening in this way. If I was to drain one of these tanks, there's a potential that like this fluid could start filling up this tank once this is empty and no longer has a particular fluid in it. So we need to define where we want our fluids to go. And right here is our junction point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these blocks here. And honestly, I should probably have two different fluid. No, you know what? Because of the way these are situated, what we need is technically two separate pipes to be able to do this. So really, I'm kind of, you know what? Let me kind of divert these pipes and I'll see what I can come up with. So I think I have this figured out. I just decided instead of doing some weird thing with the pipes, how about I just use two fluid routers? I think that will function. We just have to define that basically right here, there's going to be two separate routes that two particular fluids can take. So for example, right here, we need to kind of align ourselves so that way we're facing the right direction. I'm going to go ahead and just break this end so you can see what color is here. So this is green. This is saying that this is the west side, which as you can see, if we're facing this direction, that means this is west, which means this is going to be north facing forward. Okay, so now we have our directions. We know that we need something to come from the east side, which is right here. This accepts fluids, so I'm not too concerned about it accepting fluids. So we need the west side to accept the two types of fluids we have here. And I believe that is lubricant and kerosene, I think. What I can do is I can just grab a bucket. And okay, so no, it's gasoline and that's definitely kerosene. So we have gasoline and kerosene here. So what we needed to do is divine the west side to accept gasoline and kerosene, right? So the east side needs to accept lubricant. There we go. And that's the only place fluids should go. Now this side is going to be the same situation as far as colors go, except for we need to make sure the south side accepts only kerosene and the west side only accepts gasoline. Makes sense? I hope that makes sense. Because this is how it's going to work. And you can see right here, filter by MBT data. I don't think we're going to want to worry about MBT data. We just want to make sure that it's taking those particular types of fluids. So with all that, I think we can go ahead and hook our pipes back up and things should be situated and we should hopefully have fluids going where they need to go. And this is a pretty decent way of routing your fluids around. So a little way we can generate a little extra power is by using this. It's a portable generator. I think I placed it the wrong way, at least the way I want it placed. There we go. So redstone side is here, output power on this side, and you can shift right click to pick it up. And it stores all of its power inside of it, but we can also use it to generate power. It's going to do like 256 RF per tick, which isn't bad. I'm going to go ahead and hook this to the side. Over here, I went ahead and placed a wall mount. These things are so handy. We can like use this wall mounts to just carry our signal or carry our power just neatly across this area. Very nice. And then to send fluid to this, I guess what I can do is I can just route a couple pipes. Let's see. We have so many pipes now. I can route the pipe up and over. That should be fine because I still want to keep and maintain this buffer. And so what we should get is hopefully this generating power. I guess I might need to make this so a redstone signal can be applied. That's probably a thing that I should do. Let's go ahead and just make the pipe go to the side instead. There we go. Then we can get a lever on this bad boy. Lever? Perfect. Is that going to start generating? Is this? Oh, wait, that's right. You know what? We don't need it to do that. Let's hop over here. We don't need to turn it on. That's going to turn it off. We need to give our actual tank a redstone signal because that's how it exports fluids. Wow. Look at me. All right, so, yeah, it's not generating power right now, but that's because we don't have a lever on this. So let's slap a lever on here, and there we go. Now it's generating, but I don't know how well. Looks like it's storing. It's running, but the sound is gone for some reason. Anyways, it is running, at least it looks like it is. And does that mean this is getting a little bit more power? Perfect. And we might be able to make a few more of these generators if we really wanted to. And, you know, generate a bit more power. So I was so confused by this. I was trying to figure out how come this wasn't working the way I thought it was going to. Because you have to hook it directly to it. It makes it look really weird with these wires, but if you place a connector on here, it doesn't work. You actually have to connect it directly to it with an NV, and then you can connect it to your other areas. Very weird, but hey, whatever works, right? So we should be getting a bit more power now. Yeah, definitely a bit more power, which is, you know, in turn should generate more. Why? I'm kind of confused by this not dispersing out, because this is definitely not full. Is my routing not working? That could be an issue. So to get started with some oxygen collection, I guess we can go ahead and make this bad boy. I'm still going to need some iron sheets because I want to make an iron bed, of course, and have nice silk iron sheets on it. No, I need to make another tank. So, immersive. Let's go ahead and grab all the items we need. And I think that's just about it. I'm going to pipe out from this with an extraction cable. I think that should work out just fine. Now, where do I want to put this? That is the question. Probably right here with all of our other tanks. I think this is going to be our tank area down here where we store all of our fluids. That's kind of what it's looking like at the moment. So, a simple way to do this, to build these quicker, is to use a wand. And hopefully we have enough material for this. And last but not least, there we go. We cap it off. And then we hit it with this, and there we go. Okay, so to get power to this, I think I'm just going to use, I'm just going to wrap the power around that we have right now. You know what? I might actually just try and use a regular generator. What does this take? This takes 125 RF. So as far as generators go, we have a turbine generator. We don't have steam for that. I was testing this out because I think some of the hint text did not actually correspond to what I was trying to make, but anyways, we have most of this. And then for these, we'll just, these probably generate 80. So probably 2 of them is going to be more than enough. And then some coal. Or charcoal. I think I have all of that actually stored down below. Oh, we have it all being used over here. But these last a long time with charcoal. It's actually kind of crazy. And we can make charcoal so efficiently. I still haven't went farming for coal, as you can tell. All right, so to set this up, let's just make a very simple setup here with our oxygen collector here. I don't know if it matters where the inputs or outputs are. That could pose a problem. For right now, let's figure this out by just placing our just one generator on it. Because, of course, one generator will still work. It'll just be incredibly slow. And you see not enough power. Is that because it's not receiving energy? So maybe the green side right here is where it can accept energy. Yes. Okay, so that's where it accepts energy. And then this side is where it's pulling the oxygen, or the whole thing is pulling oxygen. And then this is probably where it's outputting. I guess. I don't know. Let's see if we can put this into a tank. So I'm going to extract just out of here. Does this work? Does not seem to be doing anything there. So let's try maybe... Oop, did not mean to break the multi-block. Ooh, I couldn't imagine doing that and having like a really expensive material in there. Oh, that would be a nightmare. Okay, so let's try this again. This time I want to extract from this side. All right, so that did go somewhere. Okay, so that did work. So that is the side that stuff is pulled out of. Okay, well, good to know. So just over time, this is going to generate for us. It does seem like we're collecting 186 RF a second. Or no, that's how much it's generating, like pulling in per second. Okay. I'm guessing that's millibuckets? I'm just guessing. I have no idea. So if I just let this go, this tank right here is going to collect everything we need. And that should be pretty good for right now. And I'm just going to let that kind of run. And those are going to be collecting the 2 materials that we're going to need to combine here shortly. And maybe route those over to another machine that we need to make. Oh man, and that is the refinery. So the refinery is actually not too hard to build in itself. So let's go ahead and get our hammer back, because I did clear out my inventory for this. And we should be able to click here, and there we go. Here is our refinery setup. So we still need to get power over here, so I'm probably going to utilize this same power method, transferring our power over. And yeah, get back into some more immersive engineering. It seems like we're doing that a lot, but I promise it'll all be worth it in the end. We'll be going to space and doing some more adventuring. There's a lot of adventuring ahead of us. So that's something that I definitely plan on sticking with. So, ooh, we might need to make some more wall mounts. Let's see. Can we just search it? Yeah. Let's make some more wall mounts. And what I'm doing is I'm just lining them right here. I think this actually works really, really well. I wonder if that's going to go through and like remove that block there. That might be something worth checking at. Okay, so right here, and then we'll place this on top. We should have just enough MV cables to do this. Oop, did not mean to do that. I wonder if you guys find this just as satisfying as I do, like watching the cables being placed. I don't know, there's something about placing these cables. It's really satisfying. No, it actually goes like right through that block. It's like it's not even non-existent. Interesting. And hooked into the refinery. Okay, so the refinery is getting power. Now, right here is where we're going to need to get our piping set up. So even more piping is about to happen. We need 2 different fluids to go in here. One fluid into the right side, one into the left side. And honestly, they are completely flip-flopped. I am going to need this fluid to come all the way over here. I could, however, just move this, but I also need this fluid to be routed over to the right-hand side, because if I look at this, it does show the oxygen on the left and this on the right, and I'm pretty sure that has to be that way. So we need to make sure we specify that. So to do that, I'm probably going to just route this into the center here, up, and move forward. I'm probably going to pull it along the corners here, and then I don't know, maybe get it up to the ceiling. There's got to be a way for me to get it to the ceiling. I could potentially hook it into this system, but then it would it'd be an infinite loop, wouldn't it? That would not be good. So yeah, we definitely need to drag this along the side of some way. We need to get this somewhere. I could take it underground. No. Well, we could. You know what? Taking it underground actually might be a reasonable thing to do. Let's go ahead and do that. Because there is a port on the bottom here. Now, I don't want to route anything just yet, but I am just going to go ahead and hop down here, grab our X, and right here is technically the bottom portion of this piping setup. So yeah, this actually might work a little bit better. So we'll just route this underground. And as far as this one goes, we can just route this one up and around through the top. And then make sure we get it over here somehow. I tell you what, using this immersive piping looks really good. That's the reason why I'm mainly using it. But yeah, if you want to get a little bit more technical, you can make these pipes pretty compact. They can go right up against each other if you want. All you got to do is use the hammer to detach them or attach them, as you can see right here. So this is our pipe that's running all the way over there. This one is running all the way over here. I decided to take this one underneath as well, just to kind of hide some of the cablings and just keep our cables, you know, right here. This actually doesn't look too bad. I'm not using these for walking. This is platforms for our machines. So this doesn't bother me too much. Yeah, this is like a flying area. So this is our factory. It's like a very open, probably the most open factory you've ever seen. Because I've definitely never been in a factory that even had windows, let alone just complete open space, right? Very nice. I would love to work at this place. So last but not least, we need to turn these bad boys on by giving them a redstone signal. And for this one, I'm just going to place a lever here. So that's going to send that fluid over, and then over here, I can throw a lever on this one as well. Flip those on. That should be sending the fluids to the right spot. Right in here, we have kerosene and oxygen, and it's making fuel. Okay, so I didn't even realize that. So I guess it doesn't matter which direction it's going. It's going to go that way anyways. Okay, that works. It's literally working. So we crisscrossed for no reason, apparently. And we're generating rocket fuel. That's exactly what we needed to do. Now, do we want to route this rocket fuel to another container over here? I mean, we might as well. That way we have a bulk storage of it. Look at this. Our gas and everything's filled up. Our rocket fuel's building up. I mean, we are getting somewhere, and all of this is automated. Like, I'm not doing anything. It just needs power. So eventually, like I said, we're going to have a better source of power, and then all of these machines, all we got to do is make sure the levers are flicked on, and they're making stuff. Like even this, I have it set to make sheets like that and have it locked to the selector, so it's automatically using up the material. Like that's what I want to do. This is still generating that. If I turn this on, everything's going to go a bit slower if I do this. And my naphtha here, for some reason, you can see the naphtha is building up. I set up a router, and I don't know if I need to set up. Maybe I need to do this. Let's create a bucket. I was messing around with the fluid routers to see, you know, how exactly they worked. I think I need to set up a route inside this one because this is like stopping it from going anywhere else. We need it on the west side. So I'll put some naphtha on the west side. That should allow this to drain the naphtha. If not, I don't understand why this wouldn't work. So that's the south, which we're facing. This would be west. And that should allow the naphtha to go in here and then the naphtha to go in this. Because that's how our other ones are working. So I don't understand why this isn't draining. I cannot believe we have fuel ready to go. By the way, I went ahead and just kind of moved it down here. Let me throw this on. And now we're storing fuel inside of this quite large fluid container. And yeah, everything's kind of up and running. I also went ahead and switched over our generators over to these simple generators that are combustion generators. I think these are a lot more efficient with the fuel anyways. I don't know how it does with the power generation, as I don't really have a good way of monitoring how much power these are actually generating. I can get a rough estimate. It says total 40, and it looks like it goes every tick. At least it seems like that. I don't actually know, and I don't know how much it's actually consuming. I mean, it does tell me how much it's consuming. If I look right here under recipes, and we take a look, we're actually generating one of the higher end ones, which is 1200 FE per millibucket. But I don't know the consumption rate. It does seem to be fluctuating. So it's something that I just don't know. But it does seem to be giving quite a bit of power. This is actually running smoothly. Like, I have not seen this run smoothly. So this must be getting close to its max amount of power that it can receive. But you can see, I don't know if like our chunk area is out of oil or not. Or the fact that this can consume way more oil. No, oil's building up. Look how fast the oil's building up, though. Oh, no, we definitely have oil. It's just that everything's running at speed now, it seems like. Ah, but I have encountered a problem. This is something that I was trying to prevent from happening. I do need to break this tank. And this needs to be removed. And we're going to have to just, I guess, void off a fluid. I don't really know. I mean, the only thing I can do is, because we don't need a lot of this fluid anymore, I mean, I can just break this tank, I guess, and then let's reconnect this tank and just let it do its thing, I guess, once we get them hooked up and see if they'll revert back. I want this to definitely not be hooked up. Oh, man, this was the thing I was worried about, but for some reason it wouldn't work with the filters, so maybe we're going to have to switch up what we utilize for, you know, as far as filters go, and we'll just go from there. All right, so as soon as I turn this on, that should be filling up, but with what? That is the question. That is filling up with diesel. That is not what I want. Let's break that real quick. So I definitely don't want this filled with diesel. That is wrong. So I can break this. Fix it back again. Right? There we go. And then we'll try and send diesel to here. I don't actually know if that will work. What is this sending? That is not diesel. Ah. This is going to get frustrating, isn't it? Is this going to be like back and forth? Like to whatever the next fluid is? I have a feeling that's what it's going to be like. So, as soon as I check this, it's probably going to send what? Whatever has the most in it. So, since that happened this time, let's try it again this way. And then we'll try and get this to fill with diesel? Question mark? Is it filling with... It must be filling with diesel. Okay, so yeah, we're going to let that... Let's turn this off for right now. That's going to start filling up with naphtha as well. I got to come up with a better solution for this. So for right now, I ended up getting everything sorted back up, but I couldn't get the logistical pipes for some reason to work. I don't know why. Maybe it's something to do with the way this transfers. And it seems like it can pull one fluid out, but then it just doesn't want to work on the other. But it also kind of struggles with just two outputs as it is. So I'm glad this is working. And that's kind of weird because this is actually, these are working. So I don't understand why the other way would not work. But anyways, I wanted to go ahead and say a huge thank you to one of my Patreons. And that is going to go to David. Thank you so much for being a Patreon and becoming a new Patreon. I really do appreciate your support, and I appreciate everyone's support. Thank you guys also for just watching these videos. That really does mean a lot to me. And guys, I tell you what, I'm super excited for some of these future episodes. We're going to be going to space soon. I don't know about you, but that sounds super fun to me. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? Why haven't you done that? You should have already subscribed. Anyways, and also, if you would give this video a thumbs up and also comment something down below, I'd really appreciate it. If you guys are interested in more things about immersive engineering, ask some questions down below. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people that can help you out. And if anybody knows a solution to those pipes, let me know down in the description below, because I would love to know, as I am struggling myself. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.